Hey everybody, and welcome to the Infinite Adventures podcast. Sorry that this episode is a little bit late. It's a pretty big one. Couple of little editing issues occurred in the behind the scenes. But long story short, episode's a little bit late. It's out for y'all today. It is also episode 100, and we are so excited to finally be here. The triple digits. It's just mind-boggling, it really is. And we really couldn't have made it this far without y'all's support. We would have shut down at some point eventually if nobody was listening. We're also really excited because we have a few guests today. And it's just going to be really fun, a really fun time. So for the next couple of sessions, we are going to be playing this short little mini campaign that's kind of in the same universe, in the same story at some point in there. And so I hope you guys enjoy this. New characters and all. It's going to be really fun. Besides that, go ahead and hit up our social media. We are on Twitter and Facebook at Sci-Star Comics. A Tumblr and an Instagram also exists. Those don't really see much light of day, but just go ahead and give them a like or follow or whatever it's called. Also check out our YouTube. We haven't uploaded the rest of our catalog of episodes quite yet, but we do plan on having the whole stock of episodes up on YouTube if that is something that is a little bit more convenient for y'all. I don't know why it would be, but you can find our podcast anywhere. iTunes, Apple, but that is iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. At this point, it's everywhere, I'm pretty sure. I hope we didn't miss anything. With that, we did have a little bit of audio issues, so do apologize if there are some hiccups. We tried our best to edit those out. So without further ado, here's episode 100, The Infinite Adventures, episode 100, which... It still baffles me to say that out loud. Thank you, guys.
Has been done.
Thank you.
I will be done.
That shall be done.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Hallowed be thy name.
Oh, I don't need to open Chrome anymore.
Why? You have to be in Roll20.
Yeah, we're not using Cast today.
True, but you still need Roll20. Does Roll20 work on everything?
I use a different, what do you call it for it? Browser for
You can't use Internet Explorer. We all know that one.
What do you mean I am?
What?
I'm just kidding. God, it's Microsoft Edge. I'm just kidding.
Roll20 is literally the reason why I use Chrome. Because we had a fiasco with... And Phil, you were there. Hi, Phil. How you doing?
Hey!
We were there for that glorious night where everybody was ready to play in Roll20 for the very first time, pop in the Roll20 cherry, and everybody was... already in the chat, and they're like, John, where are you? And I'm like, I'm trying to get in, but it says that I can't access Roll20 on Internet Explorer. And then I heard a cacophony of laughter where I was the victim here. John, you don't use Chrome. You use Internet Explorer like a normie. This is before the word normie existed, but yes.
I can stop it. Do you want me to restart it again?
Oh, no, you're good. Okay. We'll just get started right in. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Infinite Adventures podcast. John did ruin the spoiler. We do got Phil in. Hey Phil.
Hey guys.
But we also have someone back, someone we've been missing and been hoping to get back soon, but he made it in for today, and it's Don. Hey, Don, say hi.
Hello.
How's the afterlife been?
I'll be honest, my situation is not nearly as bad as I was led to believe.
Mm.
Actually, surprisingly easy.
Gotcha.
In canon, you are dead, and you, just like Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, have resurrected anytime you want to interact with us, but as soon as our interactions end, you will die again. That's just heads up that is our Infinite Adventures canon.
in the meta narrative that we've created.
Damn, I did not know Dawn was Schrodinger's cat.
That's not how Schrodinger's cat works.
I mean,
It's close enough.
It's not close enough.
No, it's only close enough if you aren't sure if he's dead and you shoot a bullet at him after every recording. But not go up to him, just shoot a bullet in his direction. Did Don die? Can't be sure until we observe him again.
Yes, I am Schrodinger's player.
today's episode is a very special episode since we do have more than the usual number of people here. This is episode 100. So we've been doing this for 100 sessions, I guess. Or we've done it, not 100 days, I guess. Technically not.
That's true.
Because there are some episodes where we just kind of split into two. And so it's not actual, 100 recording days, but it's 100 episodes. And so, if we were a TV show, we can be syndicated.
Is that how that works?
I think so.
It's
I don't know
gonna
how
be 2
syndication
years
works.
If it's an episode a week.
Hey, quick question out of curiosity, because I looked up in character creation. You get a +1 to your health if you take your favorite class, don't you?
It's +1 to health or 1 additional skill point, right?
We've never done that before.
What?
I've never done that before.
That explains so much.
100 episodes, everybody.
It's all good. I mean, you always learn something new every day. Even if you've done this 100 times, you still learn something new.
Never talk to me in my day job. I know less about that. And I'm a manager, so, that's bad.
So yeah, episode 100. Today's a special episode. We're leaving behind the crew, Assad, Nestle, and Zal. Sorry. We're leaving them behind. They're still stuck in whatever they're doing. Today's episode, like I said, it's gonna be a little bit different. We're going back in time. Not like our first special when we went super back in time and got a little bit of information on Anya and her backstory. We're just going a few weeks back, maybe at most a month and a half. I'm not 100% sure how the time has passed. I haven't sat down and calculated it, but I think this is gonna be about 2 weeks after the crew left Thrushmoor. But before we do get started, Phil.
Yes.
So, Phil, I asked Phil if he wanted to do something for Mr. Sunday, and he was super for it. So, okay. Justice Sister. Okay. So everyone ready? Well, I'll go ahead and set the scene for y'all. Okay. So, we start off black screen, and then slowly we see blue lights start to come through, emanating what seems to be a giant hall. We see 2 large double doors in the distance. As we zoom in close to the doors, we see one fling open, and we see a mysterious figure walk in, shutting the door behind him.
She's here again, my lord. I can't see for certain. She was so sudden. Bright lights, flowers, golden hair, and yelling. So much yelling. So she's right outside, my lord. I tried to stop her, but she defiled me. Is that a fucking pigeon in my chest? Yes. Actually, I think it's a songbird. Fascinating. Well, I think my sister's waited long enough. Go ahead. Let her in. Let's get this over with.
Okay, so we see the figure leaning back on his throne, and the herald runs over to the double doors. Before he gets to them, we see them fling open with force strong enough to push the herald to the feet of the throne.
Brawl, do brawl. What have you done?
Hello, sister. It's been a while. What brings your beauty to these bleak halls?
Don't play cute with me. You know exactly what today is.
Honestly, I haven't the slightest clue. But if it makes you happy, I'll oblige. Harold, what is today? Sunday, my lord. Ah, well, there you have it. If that's all you need, the Herald can show you on the way out.
You pompous asshole.
Let me stop you there, sis. Last time I checked, you're in my domain. Now I've invited you into my hall. I've shown you the proper respect, even answered your question. Now all I ask... No, all I demand is that you show me the proper respect back. So please watch that pretty little tongue of yours, so you can prance right back onto that fantasy realm that you call home.
It used to be your home, too.
Please, that holier-than-thou hellscape was never my home.
We see the sister reach into her robes and pulls out a worn straw doll. The doll, once extravagant clothing, now appears faded, but the tiny fabric of a violin still clung in the doll's grip. She briefly strokes the doll lovingly with her fingers before tossing it to the feet of the figure.
You know, just because you've added a few piercings and developed horrible taste in fashion doesn't mean you are no longer part of this family, Dubrawl. I still remember a little boy who dreamed of becoming the world's greatest bard.
That boy died. And this is your last warning, Shaylin. Refer to me as Zon Kuthon, or else...
Or else what? You'll kill me? You can't. We can't. This is all so pointless. Why did you have to go? What? We had everything we could have ever wanted.
We had everything? No. Sweet sister, you had everything you ever wanted. Can't you see? Those mortals on the material plane worship you only for the blessings that you bestow on them. Take away your frivolous art, your beauty, and you'll see truly what lies in their souls.
You still don't get it, do you? I don't protect these creatures for them to worship me. I do it because I love them.
Love? What is love to us? We're gods. Their lives are insignificant compared to our infinite power. The only value those mortals have is their ability to suffer. Pain is the only experience. And I love sharing that experience with everyone. Perhaps is that why you cared to make your journey here?
Play coy all you want, but you know why I'm here. You and your mad cult have finally crossed the line this time, and I'm here to put an end to it.
Timber, sis. I remember our little deal. And honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about. I can tell you truthfully, I've not done any harm to any of your subjects, and I would never knowingly do anything to break that trust we've so closely built.
Fine, have it your way then. You say you haven't done anything, then explain this.
What's a hand mirror?
Just look into it. See, this is what I mean. That, there has been celebrating your disgusting holiday since this morning. This is just his most recent deed.
Not a bad haul, but I still don't know what you're talking about. Ah, my lord. Perhaps I could be of assistance. I believe your sister is referring to the eternal kiss, a celebration of your teachings that many of the lesser devils and Kuthites practice. Sometimes the celebration extends to the material plane where the mortals celebrate in their own ways. Oh, well, isn't that interesting? And this one here, how is he celebrating? My lord, I believe that king is attempting soothsaying via entrails.
So you admit it, you caused all these deaths.
No. Wait just a moment. Harold, it seems my sister is making exceptions about me again. Please, I believe you missed one important detail. Would you care to inform her? Ah, yes, my lord, I see it. Lady Shaylin, judging by the mask of this figure is wearing, I believe he belongs to the living gods, or not to any of my great lord Thorns. And there you go. If you're looking for someone to go blame, find that damn fool Razmir. That wizard's been a thorn in my side ever since he sought out my guidance. Unlike you, sister, I don't just throw myself at my followers. So when a certain young wizard just so happened to stumble upon my older texts, I really pushed them in the right direction. Did a lot of good that did me. Now that half the damn Riverlands thinks that half-twit's the god. Oh well, he'll be sorted out soon enough. But you see, that's the problem with the rest of you gods. You're so eager to haul yourselves out to these creatures. You never allow them to seek out their own vices themselves.
Is that what you did?
I did what I had to. I already mastered everything I could there. So I reached out far past the outer planes in search of a greater challenge. Something that would test my power in ways no other being had been tested before.
And did you find it?
Yes. I stared out to the darkness, and eternity stared back. A being outside of time and space found me. Its thousands of eyes peered at me all at once, and I felt its hunger. It knew no fear, no pain, no other emotion other than its will to devour. And at that task it succeeded. Entire planes of existence fell to its appetite, but once it put its sights on me, I knew nothing else. Eons passed as we attempted to fell each other, but none of us gave in. I did not give an inch, nor did it. So, I did the only thing that I could, and escaped.
You couldn't win a fight, so you ran away and threw a pity party? Are you freaking kidding me? You really are something else, you know that. After all these years, you haven't learned a damn thing. Throwing a pity party because you couldn't win a fight. Jeez, grow the fuck up.
You know nothing about me, Shaylin.
I know every damn thing about you, brother. You abandoned your family because you felt left out. You abandoned all of your emotions in favor of strength. So when you finally realized that strength only got you so far, there was no room left in your heart for love. So you filled it with the pain, the only emotion you had left that you could feel. How's that for soothsaying?
Get out.
Oh no, we're not done yet. Bra, you still owe me a guardian. I don't care if that murderer worked for Razmir. You created this mess with your hubris, so now you're going to clean it. See? That couple right there. They were the former guardians of the Exalted Woods, an inhospitable section of Razmir, but a very important one as it contains one of the very few rifts between the material plane and the first world. Left unattended, that rift grows until our mistakes flow into the material world, destroying your precious playground.
And what do you expect me to do then?
Fix it.
Fine! There, right? See? Right there. That creature's not dead, just, mostly dead.
Fuck you.
Just fix him up and poof! You've got yourself a new guardian. Problem solved.
That's their child. You can't expect a child to take on the duties of an adult.
Who cares? Which one of your angels? Grow it up a bit, and when it's old enough, it can take over.
Oh no, this is not my mess to clean. You use one of your own servants.
Fine! I'll leave it with one of the devils. Is that what you want?
No, of course not.
What? Afraid the child will grow up embracing something other than your idealistic views? Whatever happened to love and personal growth? If love is so strong, why can't the child of suffering grow up to serve the light?
Fine.
What?
Fine, you're right. As force can rise from the ashes of itself, so too can the child rise from this turmoil. You like deals, no? Let's have a wager. You can raise the child however you like. Raise it with devils. Give it unspeakable demonic powers. Heck, leave it in an orphanage. Whatever your dark heart desires. But you must promise me that neither you nor any of your legion even harms the child in any way. Call this the ultimate test. If the child grows up to follow the path of hatred, you win. But if the child finds love in his heart, I do. Finally proving that good always triumphs over evil.
Your rules I can't harm him directly, is that it?
Yes, that's correct.
And what about you? How are you going to interfere with his growth? You know, it won't be fair if you constantly shower him with affection at every point of his life.
No, I want this to be a fair wager, so I can finally prove to you that this facade that you put on is foolish. I'll only interfere once right now, by giving him the skills necessary to fulfill his future role as a guardian, but with that I'll also leave a heavy burden upon his soul, cursing him with a mark of divine intervention. The rest is up to you.
Okay, fine. Let's shake on it. I'll play the role of Papa until this little wretch is old enough to fend for itself. Then we'll see who's right in the end. Now please, that's all you would need, please kindly leave. Your presence is ruining the mood.
I'm not giving up on you yet, brother. Dear brother. Just remember our deal. No harming the child.
Harold, I think it's time you called all your friends together. Which ones, my lord? All of them. Through all of her crooning, my dear sister got one thing right. I do hate losing. Gather your men together. We need Razmaran. We have a child to meet.
With that, we move on to a city that has been just completely devastated. You see bodies laying on the floor, completely torn apart. Blood is running down the street like a small little river. And we see the herald walk up to a pile of bodies and pulls out a small kid, a small little kitsune. He drags the body up to Zong Kuthon's feet, and he kneels down. In his hands he has 2 piercings, one made out of pure barbed wire, and one that looks like a flower. He stabs both of them into the ears of this small boy, and with that he smiles and says the deed is done. With that, everything goes into black, and we slowly appear in a tavern, and we see Mr. Sunday sitting at a table, and we see him fidgeting around with 2 earrings he has, one made of pure barbed wire and one that looks like a flower. As his attention is just out there daydreaming, Mr. Sunday, you feel a hand tap you on the shoulder. It kind of spooks you a little bit, but you hear a familiar voice to what will be all of y'all as Winter walks in. He goes, "Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you. It seems like you were in meditation. We haven't met, at least properly met. I think they called you Sunday? Mr. Sunday, correct?"
Yes, my dear. The name's Mr. Sunday. How may I help you?
Again, like I said, we haven't properly met. My name is Winter Klaska. You've become good friends with people I've come to really respect. Assad and Nestle. Anya as well.
Yes, I've employed them into my countenance for now, but this land is a bit strange for me, I do say. But I do appreciate you allowing me to stay here and use your facilities for the time being.
No, I mean, you have every right to be here if you wish. I actually come to ask you for some help. See, our town doesn't have much of what you would call protection. It's law right now. It's under my hand and another woman named Sazadiah. She watches over with the Sleepless Agency. And seeing that you have become good friends with this group, I ask, would you aid us in a small expedition I have planned?
Well, I don't know too much about protection or this city, but I'm on a bit of a mission, and since I'm going to be here for a while, I'll take you up on your offer. what type of expedition is this?
It's not much, and it's, you don't have to be a skilled fighter or anything like that. You seem to be someone who is very knowledgeable in many things. Or at least you sure know how to make yourself seem like that. See, I don't know if Assad and Nestle ever told you much of their history here, but they had some trouble, and they ended up in an asylum. The Briarstone Asylum. It's off a small little island off Avalon Bay, and I'm trying to gather a small group to head back there. Make sure everything is okay. Make sure everything has been taken care of. And see if we can get any answers on what's happening in this town.
If it's an expedition that you need, I'm going to need a little bit more help than just little old me.
Oh, don't worry. I have men coming in. Actually, don't worry. It's gonna take at least a week or so for them to show up. So, you have all the time you need if you want to gather any supplies. There's also someone I want you to meet. It's a small goblin. We found him. Actually, you were in the group, if I'm not mistaken. A small little goblin was found in a horrific place down in the undergrounds of the Count Hausenlaus's mansion.
Oh, yes, I remember the little tyke. How's he doing?
He hasn't woken up yet, and I want to know if you may take a look at him. I've done all I can, and I don't know if maybe there's some magics that you're familiar with that may be able to help wake him up.
Give me a moment, if you will. I need to confer with some friends real quick.
No problem.
You see him sit down at the table again. Yeah, kind of pulls off a tiny little lamp or a candle that faintly glows off of the shadow on the floor, and you hear him talking to himself, and he nods and mumbles and gets up again. All right.
She walks you over to the new chapel, and where they've kept the bodies of a lot of the injured people during the time that the town caught on fire. And mostly everyone has already been taken care of. There still were a few that were severely injured that are still there, just recuperating, still going through some therapy. But in the very back corner, you see that there is a goblin back there. And she gestures to you, like, he's gonna be actually at the very back corner. We've kept him back there because, his kinds are not really, are really feared upon. They're not usually tamed.
Okay. He's gonna approach the goblin. And, does he show any physical ailments that we can see? Bleeding wounds or...
No.
Yeah, he's short.
No. Yeah, he has an illness. He's short.
Wow, rude.
He's a goblin. It's fine.
Okay. I guess he's gonna kind of detect some magic, see if there's anything else that might be supernatural going on with him.
I will say you don't sense any kind of magic on him. No.
Okay. Let's see. I'm actually going to make a heal check then.
Okay.
25.
So just looking over his body, he seems to have been like I'll mix it with I'll go ahead and kind of mix in your detect magic with this. Yeah, there's nothing magical affecting him in a sense, but you probably with your heal check, he was magically affected. He feels to have been like his essence has been kind of drained in a sense. He looks very pale for someone of his race, It looks it looks weird. He's not suffering from any magical effect right now, but it looked like something magical did affect him.
Ooh. We have a really good time for me to have restoration right now. Best I got is let's try a cure light wounds.
Cure light wounds. Are you able to cast restoration?
I'm not.
You're not. Okay. What about lesser restoration?
Can I do lesser restoration? Last level I could, but I switched it out. Can say a prayer for him.
Okay, so cure light wounds. Okay, so I will say if you try to you use cure light wounds right now, it doesn't really affect him as much. You do see maybe like a little bit of color come to him, but he does still look strained. If you try to come back throughout the day, help him out, anything like that, I'll say you get to a point where he finally wakes up.
Let me try one more. I have one kit. Yeah. I was going to save this for someone else, but okay. I guess I can try to use it right now. I'm actually going to pull out my pack, and I have a vest of surgery that I'm going to put on myself.
Okay.
And that's going to make another healer's check for me to try to restore 1d4 ability damage.
Okay.
Didn't work. Has to be 20. Okay, we'll come back later.
Okay. It's only like once per day?
Once per day.
Once per day? Okay. And I'll say okay, we can just have that then happen. At a certain point, you're gonna get the 20, and
okay.
And you'll heal him up with ability power, ability damage and stuff like that. And say it takes 2 days to do that.
Okay.
On the second day, you visit him. You try to do that again. John, your character wakes up.
And I see Mr. Sunday in front of me, or...
Yes. Mr. Sunday's the first one you see.
Okay, I gotcha. Oh man, what happened?
Oh, that's a lot more different of a voice than I thought you were gonna use.
I was trying really hard. Look, I practiced and I still fucked it up.
Amazing.
Oh!
No, I love this voice.
Did you think I was gonna stick with the Stitch voice? Hell no, I couldn't do that for more
No,
than
not
5
that,
seconds.
but I thought you were gonna go like maybe somewhere in the middle.
No,
okay.
I kinda wanted to do something like this anyway, so... I'm gonna speak closer to the mic.
I don't think that's gonna change anything.
Where did you guys find the goblin exactly?
He was tucked behind the pillar in the basement.
So it wasn't during the time that everything caught fire?
It was after that.
No.
I was gonna say it's smoke inhalation.
But you know what? How about you wake up? How about you tell us what we're looking at here?
Okay.
Who is your character?
Gotcha. So, you're looking at a stout little goblin here. I say stout, he's not stout. He's skinny, I guess you could call it. A little on the brawny side. Not too much. He's got, some whitish hair. He's got, like, orange eyes. You know, like Pathfinder goblins. You know what I mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, scrunched up face. No, not like a really big nose or anything. Ears, kind of big still. Sharp teeth. I love Pathfinder goblins, I gotta say. He's dressed up in like a hodgepodge of like clothing, I guess. I don't know, like if he would just keep his regular clothing, where it's like you see like it's a type of like rose, almost like rosewood type of armor. Like his style is that of like a cavalier, but it's clearly like wooden armor. It's kind of strange to look at. He's a bit on the withered side, I guess you can say, age-wise. Like he's still young at heart.
I forgot the name of the actor. Is he going to be played by? Is it Danny DeVito, or that's his name, right?
No, you're thinking of Danny DeVito. Everybody, please just bear with me. That was supposed to be a really... I'm not good at impressions. He's supposed to sound like George Carlin, so just pretend he sounds like George Carlin.
Okay, and I guess without hiding too much, we can just go ahead if you want to. If you want to wait until you get into battle, what is your class, or do you want to wait?
We can wait a bit.
Okay.
I already said, I guess, what one of his classes is, but we can wait.
Okay. Okay. So you wake up. The first few people you see is Mr. Sunday and Winter. Winter has her hands like to her weapon at the moment. But yeah.
But I see her.
You wake up. Yeah, you see her.
Hey, keep that away.
You're okay. Not gonna hurt you if you stay still. You know, if you watch yourself. But we just had a few questions.
Okay, first of all, I've committed no crimes, so...
No one's saying you committed any crimes. We just have some questions, and we're hoping you can answer.
Okay. Alright, I'll bite. What's going on?
Please don't bite us.
No.
That's...
Wow, already 5 seconds. Already started with the racism. Alright, this is how it's gonna go. Okay.
That's not racist. You said you were gonna bite, and you have really sharp...
It's just an expression, an idiom, a use of speech. Anyways, what did you want to ask me?
God, can you... She looked at Mr. Sunday. Can you put him back down? I think that would be more help. No, okay.
If you fucking do that, I will bite you.
Well, I mean, you're a goblin. Those are not common around here. What is your business around here? Why... More specifically, why were you in the Count's mansion?
Where am I now?
Now you're in Thrushmoor.
Alright, cool. I have no idea why I was in some Count's mansion.
But you were.
Alright, cool.
People just don't end up somewhere. I mean... Where were you... What's the last thing you remember?
We're not having, like, any weird, like, memory things like Assad and Nestle and character, are we?
No. I mean,
Okay.
the backstory you had for your character, that's what he has.
I gotcha. Alright. I'm just kind of straggling around, you know, just seeing the views and just kind of doing my thing, and I have no idea how I ended up in some old mansion, according to you. I've been here long enough to know that there's Lul's mansion, right?
Depends. Were you in Thrushmoor?
Yeah, I could say.
This is on your character.
Yeah. So, okay, if I'm allowed to, you know, construct the narrative, then, yeah. Because I presume, you know, that I would at least know Lul's at this point. By name, he's a famous dude. I have no idea why I was in some old crusty dude's, you know, basement or mansion or whatever.
Well, this guy already.
Okay, so then so you said you were just traveling around? I mean, I mean no offense, but your kind don't just travel around.
Oh, there's that. Okay, you're kind. Anyways, I'm an outlier. I'm a little bit of a scoundrel, according to in reference to my own peoples. I'm just kind of doing my own thing, just kind of walking around and just trying to make peace with myself, you know? I've done some things I'm not proud of, and I'm trying to stay out of it, you know, the bad shit.
Well, haven't we all, my fine little friend?
Oh, you talk too? I thought you were just like a pretty robe that just floated there or something.
I speak when I need to.
Oh yeah, he's nice.
Now, Winter, you said you had other friends that are coming in within a fortnight's time?
Oh shit! Hey.
Yep. Yes.
Hey, not to interrupt you. Can I see you, or are you just in your robe?
Yeah, you can see me.
Okay. You're like a fox person, right?
Yeah. Whenever I'm around people and I'm not in battle, I'm in my human form.
Okay. Hey. Wait. Oh shit! Where's Bubbles? Where's Bubbles?
Who's Bubbles?
Bubbles!
You repeating a name over and over again. It isn't information. Who's Bubbles? Is Bubbles your partner in crime or something?
First of all, I'm not a criminal. That's profiling. 2,
you said he did bad stuff.
Yeah, in the
Stuff you
past.
regret.
Yeah, in the past. Like, a long time ago. No, Bubbles is... She's my friend, and I'm trying to... Where is she?
Is that why you're in Thrushmoor? You're looking for Bubbles?
Me and Bubbles came to Thrushmoor together, and I have no idea where she is now. Maybe it's related to the guy, to me being kidnapped. I don't know. Bubbles is my dog.
Oh, I love puppies.
Wait, he looks at Mr. Sunday's like, well, goblins don't walk around with dogs. Pretty sure he means a goblin dog. Those are not that adorable if you ever see one up close.
First of all,
I believe that's racial profiling.
She is precious. She is precious for one. She is a precious little creature of nature. All of nature's creatures are beautiful. Thank you very much. And yes, she's a goblin dog if you must call her so. But she is a dog, nonetheless.
That is what she is. I mean, I feel like I'm being attacked here now.
The goblins are just dogs.
Technically, they're rats.
Called people's dogs people dogs?
They're technically rats.
In China, Chinese
human
food
dog.
is food.
Hey, you want to go get some Chinese food? Okay, so it's like
First of all, prairie dogs aren't dogs, and guinea pigs aren't pigs. So,
and they're not from Guinea. How about Guinea?
all right.
So, Freeling turns to Mr. Sunday. It's like, let's talk over here really quick. Pulls you aside and goes like, okay, so, what do you think of him? If I need men. He seems to have been kidnapped. Maybe we can use him for in case maybe he wants revenge, and we can tell him that, you know, Laos was responsible for him being kidnapped, and that he can probably find him at the asylum, and you can. There's one more in your party. How does that sound?
He seems like an upright, standing citizen. Plus, I love puppies.
It's not a dog. It's a rat. It's a giant rat.
You know what? Let me tell you a story about my beautiful Anya. She is the most gorgeous, monstrous creature I have ever laid eyes upon.
I'm blushing now, thanks.
Anya is nice. She's lovely.
She's beautiful.
Yes, you may say that. She's not a goblin. Or a dog. They're typically vicious.
Vicious is my middle name. I think this man will do. And if not, I can do something else with him.
Okay. Well, I mean, you are going to be leading the team, so if you're comfortable taking him with you, I guess it's just convincing him now.
Monsieur Goblin? I don't think I got your name.
Brimglow. Brimglow.
Grimglow.
Brimglow.
Grimglow.
Fine, you can't make this difficult. Just call me Brim, I guess.
Brim?
Yeah.
Brim. All right.
That'll work.
Mr. Brim, me and a few of my compatriots are going to engage into a kerfuffle of bits inside of Asylum. If that piques your interest, would you mind coming with us?
Well, I ain't going to find Bubbles if I don't walk around, so I guess so.
Fantastic. Freeling, we're at your will.
Winter. You did... Real quick, I don't know how far you've gotten in the
exact opposite.
This is
Okay, he did reverse David, okay? I'm sorry, what were you asking?
We are at your will.
Awesome. Amazing. I put some flyers up. Hopefully we have some volunteers from the city, from the town. But we'll give it a few days. Like I said, they should be here in a week, and then we can get this expedition started.
Fantastic. We'll have the Scandal Squad, if I might start it.
And throughout the days, we have visitors come in, basically interviewing for a position in the Sleepless Agency, and to join in. One of them is what was your race, Dawn?
Changeling.
A changeling. Oh well, it looks like a human, I
That's
guess.
concerning.
We see.
No, she looks like an elf with green skin, black hair, and both of her eyes are different colors.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. As we walk in, roll. Okay, so Don, your character walks in. Go ahead and give me a quick perception check. Standing in front of you, you see Mr. Sunday, Bringlow, Sezadiah, and Winter.
That's a 10.
A 10? Okay, that's quite enough. You notice something special about Winter, that her eyes matches yours, and I'll just leave it at that. So you walk in, Winter greets you and goes, "Good day, ma'am. What is your name?"
You can call me Chorus.
Oh,
Cos.
good name.
Okay. Why, if you don't mind us asking, why have you decided to join?
Well, to be honest, after visiting Mom and training with her for a little bit, I decided to take on a bit of adventuring, and, well, that kind of didn't really fit for me, so helping out some town for the long run actually sounds a bit better than that.
Amazing. Great. I will say that where we are going, it is filled with things you may have never seen before, creatures and beings that you are unfamiliar with. Is that something you think you can withstand?
I'm fairly certain I can, as two little spectral foxes come out from behind her. One of which looks like a really healthy fox, the other of which looks fucking ripped.
So we got a buff dog.
Fox.
Oh, sorry, buff fox. That's closer to a dog than a goblin.
Spirit of
dog
life
is to
and
a dog.
spirit of battle.
I think I've seen that furry art.
I'm fairly useful in both healing and on the battlefield. Mom wouldn't have let me get away from her otherwise, and I really didn't want to become a hag.
Well, I mean, I do thank you for not taking that route. Hags are not really kindly looked upon.
Mom's nice enough, but I'm a social critter. I may not be the best at it, but I'm a social critter.
So she turns to Mr. Sunday and goes like, how is this candidate for you?
Ma'am, if I may ask you, your powers, divine or arcane?
They're divine, but they don't come from any particular god. They come from my little friends here.
Okay. And you do not mind getting your hands, we say, dirty a little bit?
Well, that's what I've got Break here for. She pats a club that has arcane runes etched into it.
Oh, I like her. Yeah, we're good.
Amazing. We'll be heading out in half a week. But get yourself acquainted with these two. I hope you don't mind working with a goblin.
Wouldn't be the first time.
And so, yeah, she kind of gives you a room in the Sleepless Agency. And then we have another day pass, and we have a new member to the team. Viv, who do we see?
Alright. So, you see as they approach, before you even see them, you hear them. You hear the clanking of armor.
Oh boy.
Okay.
And as she gets there, you see a woman with orangish hair. It seems almost unnaturally straight. And she's wearing something over her eyes so that they appear black. And she's wearing this big sash, and but yeah, she's just covered head to foot in plate mail.
Ooh.
She only seems to be carrying two weapons, one of which is a polearm with a large blade at the top.
Mm-hmm.
If you're familiar with exotic weapons, it's a falchard.
Oh, okay.
Falchions are awesome.
Not Falchion, Falchard.
Falchard? Sounds familiar.
But yeah, she just approaches and gets to... is there like a chair or something, or do they just stand? What's the deal here?
No, yeah, they'll bring you in and you can have a seat.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a small little dining room. Basically, you're sitting in. And
Oh, I forgot to mention also the armor itself is impressively clean.
like OCD clean or just clean?
As in, it is impossibly clean. Magic is involved.
Oh, okay.
And she sits down and gives you a nod.
Oh, greetings. Maybe have your name?
Linthy.
I'm sorry?
Linthy.
Linthy.
Yes.
So, may I ask, why have you chosen to join?
Well, honestly, I'm not even sure why I decided to come to Thrushmoor. One day, I felt an urge to walk in a direction, and I ended up here, and then I didn't feel like I needed to keep walking. So, at least until that happens again, I need to do something, and I feel like I'm suited to this sort of work.
You seem to be well dressed. I mean, you're armed to the teeth from what I see. It's you have a history in doing these kinds of jobs. Maybe a soldier or guard.
Well, the soldier is probably most accurate, although it was more of a militia. You take down... I'm from the River Kingdoms. There's a lot of fighting that goes on there.
Oh yes. Land's always being traded back and forth down there.
Yes.
So, I mean, I can see one reason why you want to leave a place like that.
Mr. Sunday hears the River Kingdoms. He, ears pop up and comes, rushing to the table, just eagerly at attention.
It's like, you kind of, I guess maybe you spook them a little bit. It's like, oh,
yeah. It's like, oh.
Mr. Sunday, did you have a question?
You're from the Riverlands. Have you seen a man in black by chance?
I mean, everyone wears black every now and again, but I don't... No one that I'd describe as a man in black. Out of character, I have not seen Johnny Cash.
You don't see Johnny Cash, you hear Johnny Cash.
You hear Johnny Cash.
You feel Johnny Cash.
Never mind, my dear. You look, if I may say, pristine. Are you sure this work is cut out to you? We are not well, he gestures behind him, with a brim and his fellow compatriots kind of looking a bit haggardly, I guess. We are not the...
Oh, no, Chorus is looking fairly well kept, so...
Oh, okay.
Brimglow's not filthy, if you're wondering, by the way.
Perfect.
But she is just kind of admiring just how clean that fucking armor is.
So if you're also referring to the hair being unnaturally straight, if you look closer, it's actually, shining. It is a metallic shine. But of course my armor's clean. I enchanted it myself.
Oh, you a chanter. I like to consider myself a dabbler in the arts. Okay. You look strapping enough. What do you say, Winter?
I mean, no offense to anyone here. You look like the one person who is most ready for any battle. And as long as you are okay with the encounters you might be running into, these are no humans. I don't know what you are used to fighting in the River Kingdoms, but these beings you're going to be encountering, they're from other worlds. Stuff that I've only really heard in bypassing. If you think you are strong-hearted, then I would love to have you to be part of this team.
I mean, I don't think I've ever fought anything quite like what you've described, but I'm still here, and I feel like that's a testament enough to how strong I am.
Hey, Winter, you saying we're gonna fight extraplanar stuff?
I'm saying that expect to fight the unexpected. Creatures that are not common. Like I said, this is not a... And she kind of like gathers all of you around. She's like, this is not a excursion where we will meet battle. I'm hoping we don't meet any battle. But the stuff I saw there, the stuff that my group saw there, was stuff we've never seen. We saw creatures able to morph into other beings. You can fight. We might end up fighting each other because we might run into a few of these creatures called doppelgangers who can change their shape to look like us.
Well, I mean, rule ones don't split the party.
That's true, but there's also creatures from nightmares. Creatures called night gaunts that fly the skies. Haunts that infect the asylum. So, every step we take, we must be careful. I'm hoping that whatever my small group did when we first arrived there took care of it. But we have to make sure, to always stay alert. And again, I may have not told you this when you first joined, but if any of y'all have any issues with this, you are completely in the right to withdraw your I guess, just withdraw yourself from this.
Nah, I think we can take care of whatever this is.
If I wanted immortality, I'd have done what my mom does.
I haven't run from a fight yet.
Justin, your character is actually sent to the Sleepless Agency. You do not see any flyers. But you already know why you're here, so there's that. But, okay, this is a few days left to go to the, go out to the excursion. Winter and Cizadiah make plans. She says that there's actually a small little issue that they're gonna have to postpone maybe 2 days at most to make travel, because no one wants to go there. Everyone already hated the asylum to begin with, and now with everything that has been happening, it's become very difficult to find travel to the asylum. But she finally comes in and goes like, okay, we have to push the excursion back just 2 days. That should give you enough time to get acquainted with yourselves. So basically, y'all can take this time to kind of shop around a little bit. You won't be able to actually buy high-end magical items. You can maybe buy a potion here or there, level like if cure light wounds or something like that. But mostly she's giving y'all this time for y'all to kind of get acquaintance with yourselves, learn how to strategize together and work as a team. And once the day comes that, we're 1 day away from going to the excursion, she gets everything packed. Her men have arrived, a few soldiers here and there that she has posted throughout the city or throughout the town to keep watch, because a lot of her power is going to the asylum. They hear a knock at the door. Freeling wasn't expecting any more recruitment, so she's a bit confused, but she walks over, she opens the door, and Nestle, what do we see? Or, sorry, Justin, what do we see?
A big man, very muscly, in chainmail.
Chainmail, okay. Any special features?
He has a symbol which looks like a fist, a blue fist on his chainmail and his gauntlets. Yeah.
There you go. It's okay. She opens the door and
A crew cut. There you go. That's it.
crew cut.
Damn, that guy is ripped. I hope he's on our side.
She opens
Forrest
the door
kind of looks
and
him up
he
and
lunges
down
in
and
and
is
starts
just
attacking.
like, more front line. That's always good.
She opens up the door and she goes like, "Good afternoon. I was not expecting another recruit. How can I help you?"
Good afternoon. I'm looking for Winter.
That is not how he sounds like, is he?
She is pushed back a little bit. Your voice maybe did sonic damage to her. She kind of like gathers herself again and goes like, okay, I'm Winter. My name is Winter. Yes, I'm guessing you saw one of my flyers. What can I assist you with? Are you joining the excursion?
Yes, no, wait, what? Sorry, it's just that I was looking for a friend of mine.
A friend?
Yes!
What's your name?
My name is Heath.
Heath. Okay.
Yes.
She turns back around and goes like, guys, do any of y'all know a Heath?
I know one. He's a clown. That's about it.
No? Don't think I've met a Heath outside of my dad's village.
She turns back around, it's like, no one here knows you. Who are you looking for?
My friend, little, small, and blue. His name is Nestle.
Nestle, and her eyes open wide and goes like, Nestle?
Yes, he was here with my mentor, Hershey.
Oh, if this was like a comedy show, this is where she would go, wait.
Can I ask you some questions? Can I roll? Can I either just know about what happened, or can I roll a local check to see if I know what happened to Hershey, or what's up?
I don't think you would know.
Okay.
No. This happened like in secret and shit. But she goes like, you don't know what happened to your friend, do you? Oh, of course you wouldn't. He lost his memories.
What?
Okay, so
memories.
she closes the door behind her and she stands outside with you. It's like, you say your friend with Nestle, something happened to him. He was in a little bit of, in the company of someone he probably shouldn't have been, and long story short, he had his memory taken away from him.
When in doubt, blame Karagor.
He's actually not here anymore. He's left. He's gone to a town. He's gone to Casimir.
That's a shame.
But she looks you up and down. She was like, but wait. I know I just told you this news, and I know you might be in a hurry to go find him. There's also something else. You said he was here with a friend of yours. Was his name? Does it happen to be Hershey?
Yes. Yes, it was. Hershey.
Then I am saddened to give you more bad news. I don't think I'm in the right to tell you exactly what happened, but Hershey is dead.
Well, this is awkward.
Impossible.
I can show you where we spread his ashes, but I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news for you today, but your friend Hershey has passed. I'm so sorry. But I can give you some good news. We know who is somewhat responsible for this. It's a man. Actually, the Count of Thrushmoor, Hasselton Laos. he was responsible for his death. And I ask if you would want to help us with something we are trying to do. We're trying to bring Laos to justice for everything he's done, not just for the murder of your friend, but for what he's done to this whole town. That's all I can really help you out with, is this form of justice. Are you willing to help us out here?
He thinks about it.
If she sees you kind of hesitating, she like, look, I can get you a ride on one of the merchant ship to Casimir if you want. If you help us out, it will get you there a lot faster than on foot. That is where he was heading. That's where he will be next.
Okay. I oblige.
Thank you.
I will bring this man to justice. This louse.
Yes, because he is the one that's responsible for the murder of your friend. No one else.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to pry or anything, but that sounds...
I shut the door.
Everybody else read the room, right? Like, I'm not the only one who heard that. Okay.
I mean, no, there are so many ways things can be interpreted.
Hey, I don't know about y'all, but
she walks back in
look
and
out
she
for
goes
winter.
like,
I don't know.
So I gotta ask, what does everyone here specialize in? I mean, I'm a shaman.
Oh, we assigning labels to each other now? Alright.
No, I'm just telling you what my class is known as.
Your class. Is that like a...
My fighting classification.
Oh, okay.
I read a few guild books, and they told me that what I do is considered shaman.
Okay. Alright.
I see.
I guess we'll all go around in a circle, I guess. I'll start. I'm not in the center of the circle, but here we are. I am... I guess the best way to describe it would be a cavalier. A bit of a hunter. Unfortunately, half of my abilities rely on having a partner.
Yikes.
Where's this partner you speak of?
Do you have a specific order that you assign yourself to? I heard they were men of great fortitude.
Traditionally, I guess real cavaliers assign themselves to an order and, buddies with each other and stuff. I kind of arbitrarily assign myself one, if that makes sense. I heard a lot about the Order of the Green, and I really like them. I really dig them. Gotta love that nature shit. Hey, I'm just letting you know right now. You mess with nature, you fucking die.
Chorus
Excuse
just
me?
nods.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, but I actually did not quite catch your name.
Oh. Well, Heath. Oh, sorry. Well, Heath. My name is Brimglow Dagacles.
Heath is fine.
Okay.
Thank you, Brimglow.
My name is Brimglow Dagacles, but you can just call me Brimglow. And if that's too much for you, because my friend Sunday over here could not comprehend that, you can just call me Brim. It's up to you. I don't really care at this point.
Say, Brimglow,
Mm-hmm.
that partner of yours, you mind telling me what it looks like? I can have my little friends look for him around.
So, first of all, I understand this is just a thing that you, that folks like to do. I'm not a big fan of calling animals it. So, there's that. Her name is Bubbles. And, she's a lovely little, dog. I've been told that you guys refer to them as goblin dogs. They are, larger rats, basically. Don't laugh. She's adorable. I have been told that adorability is, subjective. So, I guess to you lay folk, she would be horrifying.
Can Hershey or Heath be like a new character we have now? I love this. I've never heard Justin like this, and I love this.
Any distinct marks to her, or?
She smiles like this, and then he, does a weird, smile where he, tries to focus on his teeth or whatever. Other than that, she's Oh,
I'm sorry, but like Heath is just laughing harder when you made that.
no, it's
face.
fine. No, you know what? I'm an idiot. There's something very distinct about her. She is twice the size of normal goblin dogs.
That seems like a thing you wouldn't forget.
I watched her grow up. Look, does Emily Elizabeth really think that Clifford the Big Red Dog is a normal sized dog? I bet you she does.
And you think that you would mention this now?
I grew up with her. Well, she grew up with me,
Who's
technically.
Clifford?
I was going to see the famous Cavalier Knight, Elizabeth, with her trusted steed, Clifford.
Please.
Everyone knows about them.
All right,
She protected.
my bad.
She protected
You know
Birdwell
what to
Island.
look for. Go out and look for her.
If you wouldn't mind, that would be great.
The two spectral foxes run out of the building.
What is the chance of they get in a fight? How much in a fighting mood is your companion?
She's always ready to kill. No, but seriously, she is she's got an intelligence of 3. That's not completely dumb. That's animal level though, still.
Okay, does she count as a canid?
No, she's a dog. She's a rat.
So, vermin.
Okay,
Yes.
so my familiars won't be able to talk to her,
But they'll be able to know.
but they will be able to herd her to
Ah,
us.
yes. Can you be telling me that you're going to send them over so she can chase them?
Yes.
So it's the end of the day. Your foxes come back with no rat to follow behind them. But yeah, it's
I
the end of
presume
the day.
the rest of the characters told everybody what they were doing. We just
Right.
skipped the rest of the circle, but sure.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got into the whole goblin dog thing. I totally forgot. Who hasn't said it yet? It was
I think he's the first one.
Yeah, I was the first person after.
He's the only one that said anything so far.
no.
Dawn did, of course.
Dawn said.
Well,
Oh yeah, that's
She
right.
didn't-
Dawn did say that,
Well,
but I
Chorus
wasn't there
didn't
for
really
that.
go into any detail about what she does. She just kind of told y'all her class.
That's true.
Which is cool. Once we get into battle, we'll start to see what your people can do. Can you? By the way, can you type in your name, Dawn?
He did. It's chorus. CHORIS.
But okay, so Viv, you want your character to say what she does?
Oh, right. So I'm simply a fighter.
Nice, clean, to the point.
I have a pole arm and I stick it in my enemies.
Oh, all right then. Sticking with Ponian.
Heath. Heath.
Oh, okay. He speaks up. I am a paladin of the enlightened. He kind of just like he does his little like what's it called? He does the eyebrow thing, you know, the eyebrow thing where it goes up and down.
So
Is
he
he
waggles
flirting with
his
someone?
eyebrows after introducing himself.
Hey, Mr. Enlightened, my ears are the size of my arms. Can you please keep it down?
One is down, but only towards up.
This is Heath's
This
one.
is my inside voice.
Heath, you're out of 10. I need you to bring it down to a 5. This is a 5!
Okay, bring it down to a 2.
Somehow it gets louder.
Is this any better?
As the leader of the group, Mr. Sunday, would you like to share a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. I'm Mr. Sunday. I've been unfortunate enough to be given the peculiar class of Oracle. Subdomain of Shadows. I don't know where they come from. I don't know who has done this, but I have some other friends that like to stick around. You'd say they're on the other side.
Okay. Little iffy on this guy right now, I'm gonna lie.
I like him.
So, the day comes to an end. Yeah, get yourselves familiarized with, especially with Heath, since he's a new one. You probably take some time to go with some training with him, learn his skills, how he moves during battle. But y'all get stuff ready because y'all ready to set out tomorrow for this trip.
Have any interesting combat feats, real quick?
Ooh, who are we talking to?
I'm asking Heath if he has any interesting combat feats.
Oh, of course. Of course I do. Of course I do. Well, you know, every time someone tries to run away from me, I follow them.
Sweet.
And then I hit them.
Sweetie, that's not a feat. That's more of like a tactic.
So, out of character, the reason I'm asking is because one of my feats is quick study, which allows me to train with someone for 8 hours to copy one of their feats until I choose a new one.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, I'm capable of varying power attacks. I can, usually if I can manage to take someone down in one of my attacks, I can continue that attack into someone else. I'm actually very skilled in casting during the middle of combat, and I can choose who my channeling capabilities affect.
I feel like those abilities are much more suited to you in particular.
I forgot to ask. You only said combat, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I don't pick up other skills quite as quickly.
Are you telling me you don't want to learn how to do step up?
I have a reach weapon. Step up literally doesn't work. Step up only works if you're adjacent.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
So if someone takes a 5-foot step away from me, I typically don't want to follow them.
You thought you could run away. But it was me.
I mean, I know this cool technique. It lets you, I don't know how to explain this in universe. Okay. Look, I know this really cool way of, like, really being really focused on hitting your opponent when you're with your friends. I don't know how to describe. Wait.
Is this a teamwork combat feat?
It's teamwork outflanking.
Is outflanking also a combat feat, though?
It is. It's a teamwork combat feat. Or does it not stack? Hold on. It doesn't stack in Roll20. I think it stacks in the PDRF, whatever.
It is. I am perfectly willing to pick up a teamwork combat feat with a person. That's like the main weakness of teamwork feats.
Then nobody else can fucking... Well,
yeah, that no one has them.
I have them. I naturally have a partner, but I don't have my partner with me.
Oh, John, did I forget to tell you he drowned? My bad.
Oh, no.
I drowned?
No, your dog.
Don't you fucking drown her.
Yeah, don't joke about that.
Very sad.
Okay, so...
Yeah, it's a combat feat also. So yeah, that's
Okay,
plus 4 to your base attack bonus whenever you flank a creature with another person who has the same fucking ability.
Jeez.
Is it so it's not an additional
Wait,
plus
does
4,
it change it to a plus 4, or does it just add plus 4?
It
increases.
it to plus 4 from plus 2.
Oh, does it?
Okay.
But also, if you crit, your ally also gets an attack of opportunity, which my crit range is 15 to 20.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait a minute. Oh, never mind, you're right. Never mind. You're good.
Well, Brimglow, I think...
I didn't realize that was a feat.
I think it might be worth training together on that. So... Am I good to change my quick study to outflank?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The real question is Brimglow willing to train with Linthy for 8 hours?
Linthy's just the... I mean, yeah. I mean, you haven't really done anything to, like, to offend him, so yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Oh my. This is gonna be quite an ordeal. Big man, I come to see that you are a man of, what type of weapon do you use?
I use a falchion. Oh.
It's a big, sharp, pointy thing, no?
Yes.
Sword-like, or is it a polearm?
Sword.
Alright, sir. Well, I'm gonna hand this over to you then. It does me no good. And he gives Heath a scabbard of staunching. If you were ever to take bleeding damage, it negates it up to a DC of 16. And then he also pulls out a... it looks like... kind of like a glove or gauntlets that are made of black feathers. he hands them over to you, and he tells you that these are the Shadow Falconer's gauntlets. Assume that you like to get close in combat. This gives you a little bit more range. Any point in time you feel like something's just out of your reach, just activate it on your command. One of my friends shall come to your aid and either disarm or steal an opponent's weapon or peculiar object on their hand. So within 30 feet, you can activate it once per day, and it is a CMB plus 16 to either steal or disarm anything.
CMB plus 16?
Plus 16.
Holy shit. You said
Crafting.
Okay. And the Scab Arrow Staunching, essentially, you said it removes bleeding damage? Or is that what you said?
Yeah, if you were to take bleeding damage, it immediately cauterizes whatever wound you have, up to a DC check of 16.
Huh. I didn't know these items were going to be handed out, so let me just make things difficult. Let me get a dragon in here really quick.
Of course, my dear.
Thank you. I forgot his name already.
Who, Heath or Mr. Sunday?
No, Mr. Thank you, Mr. Sunday. To be fair, Heath would probably forget. Yes, thank you, Mr. Sunday. I shall let you deal with the others now.
Of course, my dear. He pulls out it looks like a blanket, kind of. Here, try this on for size. Yeah, when he unfolds this blanket, it's actually a cloak. And it is a cloak of internal mist. So essentially, when you wear it, you gain a +4 in stealth checks when you're in either fog or mist. And then whenever a user doesn't move in a single round, not including attacking, just any actual movement action, she gains concealment until she moves her position.
Well, I actually think that I have something that can let me make some fog, too.
Perfect. And just in case you turn to be aquatic, it also, you're treated as submerged in water for the purposes of water dependency. And then he also gives you a necklace, and this is a talisman of healing power. If you were to ever fall below half health, it automatically casts Cure Critical Wounds on you, but only once, and then it disintegrates.
That is still very useful, especially since I am, to a degree, a healer.
I hope you use that well. I hope it, you never have to use it. Lengthy.
Yes?
One moment, dear. I hate to ruin your pristine look, but I think I might have something that might come in handy for yourself and most likely the rest of us as well. He comes out of another, it's a cloak, but this one's darker, more purple and umbral in color. He tossed it to her, and I said, I made this one specifically myself with some aid. This is the Shadow Mist Cloak. If you want to look it up under D20 PFSRD, it is going to be a repurposed Stone Mist Cloak, except instead of being in rocky or mountainous areas, it is in dim light. You gain a +5 competence bonus to stealth. And then once per day, you can create an area of fog equivalent to obscuring mist.
Oh, thank you. I'm honestly touched. You've barely known us and you're giving out so much.
I like to hedge my bets.
Not ominous at all.
He's also going to give you a talisman as well. Same as course.
I will need these back, by the way. Especially the talisman. So if you use them up, go get me a new one.
And my little bit of friend, Brim.
What's up? What you got? Now, before you give me anything, I just want to know real quick. This isn't like something that's powered by like some sort of dark, like evil, shadowy, like blood, demonic magic or anything, is it? Legally, you have to tell me.
Well, this is awkward. You get one of my favorite little tidbits, and this is going to be a cloak of the darkest night. Yes, you so. Mantle of the darkest night. This is not a cloak. This goes on your shoulders.
It's a Batman cape.
Whenever you're wearing this mantle, if you use the total defense action, meaning that you do nothing around except take a defensive stance to gain +4 to AC, you actually are able to cast deeper darkness around you. But if you were to take the mantle off and toss it within 30 feet, the mantle dissolves into an effect of deeper darkness, landing wherever you toss it, to use up the remainder of its usage, which is 10 rounds per day.
Ooh. So the deeper darkness, that's just an anytime thing, but the throwing it is a 10 times per day thing?
Both are 10 times per day, but if you're going to be wearing it, you have to take the total defense action to use it. If you toss it, it just automatically uses the 10 rounds wherever you toss it, and then it comes back to you on the floor.
Dark vision doesn't work on deeper darkness, does it?
Deeper darkness, because it is not black light, it is affected by regular darkness rules. So normal light becomes supernatural light. Oh no, normal light becomes darkness, darkness becomes supernatural light, dim light becomes supernatural light, and bright light.
It says right here, this functions like darkness, but even creatures with dark vision cannot see within the spell's confines.
Okay.
And then he's also going to toss you a coin to Brim, Heath, and Lengthy.
A coin?
A coin. And he said, this is one of your... take this as a lucky coin, just in case of emergencies.
Did you give him a hero point?
No, this is Lady's Mercy. It is a coin-sized disc engraved with a spiral on one side and a whirlpool on the other. When the bearer, the disc succeeds a Constitution check to stabilize after dying, you're automatically restored to 1 hit point, rather than having to get back up by themselves.
Okay.
And then, by chance, does anyone like to go by themselves on stealthy missions? So like to use spy tactics?
Chorus looks at her familiars. I mean, they're very effective scouts.
Okay, well, this might work for you then. He's going to hand you what looks like just ordinary sleeves. Try them on, my dear.
She slips them on.
Okay. You see them flash different colors, very pixel-like rainbow of stuff, and then he says, think of your most gorgeous outfit. And whatever she thinks of, she's wearing it. This allows her to change her clothing to any non-magical set of clothing. These are sleeves of many garments.
And to think, I thought Mom thought she could actually get rid of this dress.
He's going to put in the hands of, let's say, Lengthy and Heath 2 small metallic balls. And he says, just throw them when I tell you to.
Okay.
What are these
Should
for?
I be concerned?
No, my dear. This will come in handy a little bit later on. A bit of a concoction I came up with myself. These are shadow hand smoke pellets.
Well, thanks for telling us what that is. I was about to detect magic on it.
So I'm pulling it up. These small metallic-shaped shells are used similar to smoke pellets, except whenever they are broken in a 10-foot cube, a cloud of dark gray smoke lasts 1 minute. The user of the pellet is making a ranged touch attack with an increment of 10 feet. From that area, tangible hands of smoke accost creatures in the cloud, and these hands attempt to grapple anyone using a CMB +7. And they continue until the 1 minute time has dissipated the smoke.
I see.
You know, I'll just use this one whenever you tell me to.
And that is all my money.
Now, I will say, if we do encounter a large group of areas in a fairly open area, let me do a thing before you guys just rush in, because it's an area of effect kind of spell, and it hurts a lot. Have you guys ever heard of the spell Ice Storm?
No, but I can guess what it does. Let me guess. It makes a little beam of fire.
I thought that was Scorching Ray.
Just continue. Just continue. Please continue. Yes, ignore the goblin. He knows not what.
I know exactly what I'm saying, and I'm being a dick. Okay.
Yeah, shut up, you.
Wow.
Continue.
Get your men in line, Mr. Sunday.
Oh, say what now?
So get your men in line, please.
I jump on Heath.
We are a very ragtag group of people. I'm barely keeping this together myself.
I'm crawling all over him like a spider.
Watch it on my winter. Is it not worth it?
The safety of the whole world is not worth this.
No.
Okay.
Mr. Sunday, you wouldn't happen to have anyone you're chasing, would you?
It's funny you say that, ma'am. Yes. I do not know a name. I do not know a place. All I know is it is a man in black. He wears leather, and he is the most foulest of foul creatures that ever did walk the earth, and I do wish to meet him dearly.
Well, not exactly what I was talking about, but I will keep that in mind.
But, compatriots, if we are good here, does anyone need to rest or combat each other, train a little bit?
Training. Also, I would like to find Bubbles.
Bubble. I'm so sure you can find some soap and water, and we can make that happen.
Alright, asshole. Yeah, you know for a fact. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know you want to meet your puppy, too. I'm very excited for that.
I love her very much. I worry about her.
Of
Like
course.
a father worries about his
Of course.
children.
Goblins have children?
Goblins have children, yes.
No,
We're not like...
I read a book once about how goblins procreate.
we don't come out of
not.
craters. We're not born in pods. We have sex and we have children.
That's news to me. I'm playing, of course.
Please join me in my Sex Ed 101 for goblins I'm hosting tomorrow.
I'm surprised you don't have like a whistle or something that she responds to, Brimglow.
You know, I really should have thought of something like that. It's okay, I'm actually not completely useless without her, by the way. I just wanted to point that out.
I mean, I could send Lily and Dagger out again, but they covered most of the town last time. Being able to go through walls helps them a lot.
Oh my god, you know what? Can I actually spend the day looking for her?
You can if you want.
Okay.
Give me a perception
Can I
check.
do a survival check?
Brimglow.
I want to do a survival check. I want to follow...
Brimglow.
Survival? Oh,
Follow
Are
go
you
you
for
in
it.
need of assistance?
Can I...
Now, I didn't
Are
have
you-
them check the sewers.
Can I ask you a question, David? Because there is some forest outside of Thrushmoor. Can I look in the forest?
You can if you want.
Oh, fuck. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's not that good.
Meanwhile, Heath is just following Brimglow. Hey, do you need help?
Hey,
Hey.
yeah, I got it. I blame you for my... I blame
Are
you
you
for
sure?
my 15.
Chorus is actually going to try to get a private chat with Winter real quick.
Okay. Okay, so you spent the last day looking for your companion. I will say because Heath is kind of behind you, kind of like nagging you a little bit, like annoying you a little bit. You don't make it.
I got you.
No.
And you say you want to speak with Winter?
Yep.
Okay.
So, did you ever meet, okay, what I'm going to say is going to sound kind of odd, but do you know who your mother is?
My mother? Yes, I know who my mother is.
Okay, because I noticed that you have the same kind of eyes that I do. And from what I understand, that has a lot to do with, what I am in particular. I'm a changeling. You know what those are?
She kind of looks around the room really quick. She doesn't see anyone there. It's like, yes, I know exactly what those are.
My mom is the one who taught me how to be a shaman, and, I just wanted to know if you're a changeling too.
Okay, yes, I actually am.
A sneaky
But,
little doppelganger, huh?
I, mostly try to keep more of a human form because, no one really takes kinds to people who are able to, manipulate the way they look. those people tend to be not trusted as much. You can take on any face or any appearance you want. Kind of makes it understandable why many people won't grow up trusting you.
Yeah, that's honestly part of why I went for this job. Every party I've had just kind of leaves me places anytime they found out, so...
Yes. So I ask you, keep this between us.
Well, of course.
Not saying that these people won't trust me, it's just that it's a lot easier to say this was just a defect from birth, rather than explain everything to them.
Yeah. So did your mom try to convince you to become like her too?
Well, not really. I've served under the Church of Pharasma and became what I am now, a Lady of the Cloth. Not something I was forced into. I chose to do this. Do not regret it one bit.
Well, it's good to know that there's more than one of us who managed to get away from our mom.
Well, from the looks of it, you're doing pretty well from what I can see.
So, another thing. You've known Mr. Sunday for a little bit, right?
I became acquaintance with him for a while, mostly through other friends. He knew some of my, I wouldn't call them workers, I guess. More, friends that I made. One named Assad and another Nestle. They found him, and through them, I found him.
Does he have anyone he's interested in, like, romantically? Because, well...
I do not. That matter seems to be of personal matters, and I don't tend to go into that with people, especially people I am not extremely acquainted with. I don't know Mr. Sunday as good as my other two friends knew him. But he may have a wife somewhere he may be looking for. Or...
Well, I tried to ask him earlier, but he just talked about that guy in black.
Yeah, I think I've heard him mention something like that, or someone mentioned to me about something like that. It seems like he's really, really wants to find someone and I don't really think it's for a kind of reason either. But yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know of anyone in his personal life that he has.
That's all right. I just thought I would ask you those things, a little privately.
Understandable.
Every time Mr. Sunday and Donovan are in the same room, Donovan wants to fuck him.
To be fair, when I have female characters, they're not used to being flirted with or given things.
Y'all spent the night searching for, or Bringle spends the night searching for
Bubbles.
his goblin dog, Bubbles. I guess Mr. Sunday and Winter kind of sit down together to have like a little strategy meeting of laying out the plans, because she has like a map of the layout of the asylum, and so she's kind of like plotting out the paths we're going to be taking, where to be more careful here and there from the stuff that she's heard from Assad and Nestle. And then she basically dismisses y'all to get some rest. It's going to be a pretty hectic day tomorrow. It takes about 2 hours to get to the asylum, and then she doesn't know how long y'all going to be spending there. But yeah, it is nighttime, and all of y'all are resting. Now, during midnight, a little bit past midnight, there starts to be a commotion starts to come up in the city. We start to hear yelling, running, people running and things falling and toppling over. And it's just a little bit past midnight, maybe 1 o'clock the latest, and we see the door to the Sleepless Agency finally swing open, and we see Meg walk in, who you guys have not met, but Mr. Sunday probably has seen her here and there. Meg runs in, basically yelling out to y'all to wake up. She comes in yelling out, "Get up! The town's being attacked!"